Welcome to Silicon Scoop, where we dive into the latest tech news impacting the world. Join John Irwin and the Startup Coach as they explore the tech news that matters to you. Stay ahead, stay informed, and now on with the show.
For the first time since the generative AI boom began, OpenAI has officially lost its monopoly. ChatGPT's market share just plummeted below 50%, and a perfect storm of military contracts, intrusive ads, and surging rivals is entirely rewriting the rules of the AI race. So OpenAI's flagship assistant now holds only 46.4% of the global market, as competitors Google Gemini and Anthropic Claude experience massive acceleration. While ChatGPT still boasts a massive 1.1 billion monthly active users, the market is rapidly decentralizing into a multipolar ecosystem. This effectively kills the era of single-vendor AI reliance, forcing businesses and consumers to build model-agnostic workflows rather than betting on a single player. What do you think about this, John?
So the one thing that surprised me was that Google has a bigger market share than Claude. And it does make sense because Google is integrated in a lot of things, or Gemini is integrated into a lot of Google products. But yeah, so let's just talk the numbers. So the latest data is suggesting that, like you said, ChatGPT is approximately 46.4% market share. Google Gemini was risen to 27.7%, and Anthropic Claude, this is surprising, has reached about 10.3%. So I guess that, yeah, what's that?
It's not surprising to me because Gemini usage is included in most of the workspace packages. So if you have Google Workspace, you're getting Gemini for free. So typically people start using it. You use it in, if nothing else, in Gmail, in Google Sheets, and whatever the features.
Even Google Search, because you get that AI overview, right? I didn't even think of that until,
So I'm curious as what they consider monthly active users for this. You know, is it a subscriber? Is it someone using the Google search overview? Is it people using a feature in Google Sheets versus somebody who is paying a $25 or $30 or $100 or $200 subscription just to get access to AI?
Yeah, and that's the things that kind of it's weird to me on how they're measuring it. But if they're measuring it just on usage, then yeah, obviously Gemini is going to, because it's going to be higher up because of the billions of potential touch points, right? So, and although the thing that surprises me too is the low percentage of Claude versus the fact that they are probably going to be profitable before OpenAI.
Yeah, and again, these are monthly active users. So GPT probably has way more free monthly active users than Claude.
Yeah, okay.
So let's just keep that in mind.
GPT is like the Kleenex of tissues, right?
Yeah, and secondly, I bet you Claude has more $100 and $200 subscribers than ChatGPT as a result.
Yes, because they were popular among developers, researchers, technical writers, enterprise users too, right?
It's the number one coding platform among other things, and their Claude Cowork is really doing a great job. And OpenAI is just falling behind on all this stuff, and they're getting the promo and they're getting the reputation Anthropic is. So it's shifting.
Is Claude Code still number one over Codex? I heard somewhere that Codex has overtaken, or is something about Codex versus Claude Code. Have you heard that at all? No.
The numbers change from day to day. Somebody will come out and say Codex is better with 5.6. I haven't checked the numbers on 5.6 yet. I think they're both pretty good, and you use them when you can. But you know, Grok, Perplexity, DeepSeek, and Meta AI collectively below 5%. Like, I don't know why you would put Perplexity in this category because not.
So Perplexity still is best for research from everything that I've read.
Yeah, but here's the difference. Perplexity is not an actual LLM. They're a wrapper on everyone else's. They don't have their own model.
Yeah.
So that's my point is they have it, but it's just used other people. So I don't know why they're included in here is also I'm saying in this list.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
So anyway, market share is interesting because we always talk about how Google's doing and whatnot, and Google has come a long way. I think Google's market share right now is mostly consumer users inside their workspace type products, and the people who use free Gemini. I know like some people I know who had free Perplexity accounts. Perplexity did something a couple of months ago where they canceled a bunch of them, and people were upset, but eventually they turned them back on again. I know a bunch of people switched to Gemini during that time as a result. So when these kinds of things happen, and Anthropic was struggling for, a few months, really limiting how many tokens you could have and limiting packages and changing things on the fly because they just didn't have the hardware until they signed that deal with Anthropic to get access to Colossus. And that seems to have relaxed their limitation on hardware. So they're back to a normal amount. So Anthropic Claude still is growing at a staggering 640% year over year, even from smaller business base. So I think Anthropic is definitely on their way. We'll have to see how their IPO is going. And we'll have to see because the market is early days now. This is a market shift like the early days of smartphone wars. For a while, the iPhone was the only game in town that mattered, capturing the entire cultural zeitgeist. People don't say, hey, I'm going to use AI. They say, I'll just ChatGPT that. Not everybody, but I'm saying at a very consumer, non-using AI point of view. But eventually, Android scaled up its massive distribution network. Alternative premium brands carved out highly specialized niches, and consumers realized they didn't have to live in just one ecosystem. OpenAI isn't dying. Its 1.1 billion users proves that. But the rest of the world is finally caught up. And the digital highway now has multiple lanes, and people are seeing as they get into it. I think, for lack of a better word, ChatGPT is the gateway drug to most of these things.
By the way, I don't know if you heard, but I didn't see an article on it, but apparently OpenAI is going to delay their IPO until 2027 now.
I haven't seen that, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk about it another time, yeah.
Be interesting because they just talked about what they're doing with chips. They've announced their new play into hardware and whatever, and that might be part of the reason, but it'd be interesting to see what else might be part of the reason. It's also a crowded market, right? I think investors are maybe not, maybe they're still hungry as crap, but how many $1 trillion AI companies do they want hundreds of millions of dollars invested in? At some point you start to get, well, I want to spread my money around a little bit.
True.
So OpenAI is no longer the undisputed ruler of the AI landscape, and this new multipolar reality means better features, aggressive pricing, competition, and more leverage for the end user. Are you still sticking with ChatGPT despite the new ad integration, the Pentagon deals, or have you already packed your bags for Claude or Gemini or DeepSeek or one of the other models? Let us know in the chat. We'd love to hear from you.
Tired of drowning in repetitive tasks while your competitors race ahead? Every minute you spend on manual data entry, scheduling, and routine processes is a minute you're not growing your business. Flowgrammer.ca transforms your workflow chaos into seamless automation. We build AI-powered systems that handle your busy work so you can focus on what actually makes you money. Our clients typically save 15 plus hours per week and see their productivity double within 60 days. Visit flowgrammer.ca for a free automation audit. That's flowgrammer.ca. Stop working in your business and start working on it.
What do you got going on, John?
Just plugging away, helping companies with government funding, attending events, probably startup drinks or Flowgrammer events. How about you, Craig?
Lots of stuff going on. I honestly don't know when this is going out. I have to check. I think it's going to go out in April. But there's all sorts of stuff going on. If you don't know about OpenClaw, it's the latest AI automation agent that's taken the world by storm in 2026. And OpenClaw Toronto chapter just launched. And we have all sorts of events going on. So check out openclawto.com. Our first demo night is April 14th. We have a Builder Cafe on April 10th. We have a bunch of other events. There's updates every day. We've deconstructed the latest 2 betas over the weekend that was launched in OpenClaw and what you should do about them. There's a bunch of articles over there. Go check that out. We're also over at flowgrammar.ca where we do N8N automations. We run the Flowgrammer community and do Builders Hub and connectivity for AI and business automation agents. And for everything else, head over to TorontoStarts where we hook up startups and investors at our Startup Investor Drinks. We do mentoring, we do workshops, we have a list of investors. There's a whole bunch of content over. You can also book me over there if you want a meeting with me to talk about whatever, help your startup. Check out TorontoStarts.com. But John, if people are looking for non-dilutive funding, where should they go and what is that?
Yeah, non-dilutive funding. We're talking government grants, tax credits. Come find me on LinkedIn if you have any questions. Right now is Shred Time, SRNED. But come reach out to me too if you've got a startup, if you've got a company. Reach out to me if you have any questions, and if they have company questions about their startup in general. Where do they find you, Craig?
Yeah, find me at TorontoStarts.com. But John, just before we go, something's open right now, and it's closing May 31st. Thank you. Can Export. And what?
Yeah. So
what
if
should
you have
people
at
know
least
about that?
300,000 in revenue in the previous year, and you're looking to expand outside of Canada, reach out to me, and we can put together. We can talk about an application for Can Export.
All the links we talked about will be in the show notes wherever you're watching this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave us a comment, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in to Silicon Scoop. We hope you enjoyed this episode's dive into the latest tech news. Stay connected with John Irwin and the Startup Coach on LinkedIn and subscribe for more insights and updates. Until next time, stay ahead, stay informed.